My people, in today's video I'm going to teach you how to do a low fade. First of all, we're going to start with guide number 6 to roughen the part here on the sides. It's super important. You can't touch the bangs because otherwise you're going to damage the cut. You have to leave that part for last, and in the back try to mark or roughen the hair, leaving 2 or 3 centimeters below the crown. You have to do this so you can connect the cut much easier. Now we're going to wet the hair to start cutting the top part. Then we're going to comb the hair well forward. Then we're going to make a division from the entire middle of the head. Then we'll take another division also from the middle of the head and comb the hair to the left side. This division has to be 2 or 3 centimeters. Now when you take that division, you're gonna start cutting from back to front, and when you cut the first part, you start cutting the part that's further forward, following the reference that's further back. Super important in the front part. You have to try to cut less hair. You have to leave that for last. When we do that, we comb the horse to the right side and start cutting following the middle reference. Then we grab a lock of hair and start cutting following the middle reference. You have to do all this until you get to the front part. When we cut all that part on the right side, we take out the division again to move it to the left side and start cutting the part on the left side following the middle reference. The same thing you just did on the right side, you have to do on the left side. Well, my people, if this tutorial is useful to you, don't forget to like it and subscribe, because that helps me a lot to continue making this type of content. Now we are going to mark our first guideline, so we are going to open the lever a little and turn the machine to mark our guideline half a centimeter above the ear. As it is a low fade, we are going to have to mark it only up to that height. This way it will look good. Then we lower the lever completely and we are going to make a space of half a centimeter. But it is super important that you keep spooning at all times so that the high zero line is not so marked. Look. The zero line is not so marked because when we marked our first guideline, we lowered it a little bit, so that way it is not marked. Now, we grab the guide number 2 with the lever fully open and we are going to make a space of 1 teneye. Super important. We are also going to try to spoon it. So in this way, we try to connect it at once with the top part. Now we grab the guide number 1.5. We are going to open the lever a little bit to pass it on that high zero line. With this guide, we are going to make a space of half a centimeter. Because as there a line is going to be created, then we have to open the lever completely and we are going to erase it at once in the part here. At the back, we also do the same. We start with the lever a little bit lower to rough out that high side line, and as there a line is going to be created, we lower it completely and we start to erase it. Well, now to erase that high zero line, we are going to grab the middle guide and we are going to pass it in. That high zero line is about just using the ends of the blades and staying on that line so that this shape doesn't create a line higher up. You just have to stay on that line. And now to finish erasing the high 0 line, we grab the guide wand with the lever fully open and we are going to pass it until all that part is right. And now to finish erasing that 0 line, we grab the machine, lower the lever a little, and we are going to pass it only on that 0 line. Well, now to connect the cut, much easier. We are going to do machine on comb, then we insert the comb, and with the machine we are going to roughen or cut all the excess hair. But with this technique you have to try to make the spoon movement. Yes, you insert the comb, lift it a little as if outwards, and then with the machine you are going to cut all that excess hair. And since there is still a line from guide number 2, then we are going to grab guide number 3 with the lever open and we are going to start passing it on that line there. But you have to spoon so that in this way it connects with the upper part now to finish connecting the cut well and so that it looks good. Once that part is polished, we have to grab the thinning scissors and we'll be going over that part so that it looks good. Now, with the trimmer, we're going to start marking the curve of the bangs. Remember to mark it as far out as possible, and then we're going to roughen up the hair that's left on the part down here. But we're going to try to leave a small reference line so that when we're using the razor, we don't go up more than necessary. Now with the machine completely at 0, we're going to erase that line that we left. Then with the trimmer, what we're gonna do is finish erasing that same line from the trimmer So my people, this would be the final result of the cut. I hope it has been very helpful to you. Do not forget to give it a like, subscribe, and activate the bell to be aware of new videos.